So good day everyone. Today we were going to tackle about the first trip in Europe. So the learning objectives here is at the end of this module, the students should be able to determine the reasons why Dr. Jose Rizal decided to study abroad, describe the preparations made by Dr. Jose Rizal during his departure, and discuss the experiences of Dr. Jose Rizal's journey in Europe. So the topics are decision to study abroad, the departure, Rizal in Singapore and Colombo, Rizal in Barcelona, Madrid, Paris, Germany, Switzerland, and Italy. So I will be the one to discuss this decision to study abroad. So after finishing the fourth year of his medical course, Rizal decided to study in Spain. So Rizal had a personal reason as well as an altruistic reason for his decision to study abroad, because he wanted to become an eye specialist in order to cure her mother from an eye ailment. So he also wanted to study the cultures, laws, and governments of European countries in order to help his countrymen. So he could no longer endure the rampant bigotry, discrimination, and hostility in the University of Santo Tomas. So, despite his family's wealth, Rizal suffered discrimination because neither parent was born in the peninsula. So, Rizal was discriminated by his classmates and professors, mainly because he had only a little knowledge about Spain, and also the fact that he was from Calamba, Laguna. So his older brother readily approved his plan to study abroad. So ni-okay na ang iyang maguwang. So did his two sisters, Saturnina and Lucia, Uncle Antonio Rivera, which is the father of Leonor Rivera, the Valenzuela family, which is Capitan Juan and Capitana Sanday and their daughter Orang, Pedro Paterno, his compadre Mateo Evangelista, the Ateneo Jesuit fathers, and some intimate friends, including Jose M. Cecilio, aka Chingoy. So, for the first time, Rizal did not ask his parents' permission and blessings. So, the reason behind not asking parents' permission, because Rizal know that his parents will probably disapprove his decision. So, kay ba na siya nga dili mo sugot ang iyang parents, especially ang iyang mother. So, Jose never tell Leonor Rivera with regard to his plan. The reason is Leonor, being a woman, young and romantic during the time, could not keep a secret. So, few lang nakaibaw about sa plano ni Rizal nga pag-study abroad. So, Rizal's parents, Leonor, and the Spanish authorities knew nothing of his decision to go to abroad in order to finish medical studies. So, in Spain, the professors were more liberal than those of the University of Santo Tomas. So, mas better kuno og more liberal ang professor sa Spain.
So good morning everyone, I am Jamaica Lamosnero and I will be your presenter for today, and my topic is about the departure of Rizal. Okay, so the reason why Rizal decided to leave the country, not just to complete his studies in Europe, his medical studies in Europe, but the hidden purposes of his voyage is to make a name for himself in the realm of journalism, and to observe the study of the European society, and to prepare himself for the task of liberating the Filipinos from Spanish. So the Coramata brothers went to the house of their sister Nining Saturnina. So Saturnina is Rizal's sister, wife of Hidalgo, to pick up a diamond ring which she had promised Jose. But since she was asleep, they decided to proceed to the house of Lucia, wife of Mariano. Her busa was already awake. So on May May 1, 1882, Rizal left Calamba and was able to reach Manila after 13 hours of a journey via Carumata. No one among of the family members of Rizal knew his departure from Spain, except to his brother Pasiano and his sister Saturnina, and also his Tio Antonio, who brought the passport of Rizal, and also a few friends of Rizal. The departure. So one day, his uncle Antonio arrived, who brought the passport of Jose. The passport was issued in the name of Jose Mercado. So it has been said that the name was the name of his cousin in Binyan, but in a coincidental manner. The name Jose Mercado is also his name, if he did not drop the name of surname Mercado. So the second day of May, he woke up early at 7 in the morning. His compadre or Mateo Evangelista arrived, and together they went to see the Salvador, which was anchored at Pasig. So Rizal stayed 2 days. Rizal stayed in Manila for 2 days before he trip to Spain. Before his trip to Spain. So before leaving, he heard the mass of the Santo Domingo church in the walled city, and then proceeded to Pasig to board the cruiser Salvadora, bound for Singapore. Okay, so in the afternoon, he attended to his obligations. He went to say goodbye to Pedro, a paterno, who gave him a letter for Mr. Esquivel, an important Filipino resident in Spain. So after this, he went to take leave from the Ateneo Jesuits. He carried him good recommendation from the Ateneo authorities to Jesuits fathers in Barcelona. So Rizal was welcomed by the Filipinos in Barcelona. Most of who were his former classmates at Ateneo Municipal. So they had a welcome party at the favorite coffee house at Plaza de Cataluna. So Rizal had a walk around city to see the famous historical spots at Barcelona. On the third day of May, he woke up at 5 in the morning. He heard mass. Later, he had breakfast but could not eat well owing to his emotional state. So, accompanied by Don Vicente Hilia, Jose Rizal's friend and Antique governor, and Uncle Antonio, he went to the Paseo de Magallanes and then to the wharf on the Pasig River, where the Salvadora by docked. They accompanied him up to the bay. Our hero was deeply touched by these acts of his friends, had been like second family to him. So that's all with my report. Thank you, everyone.
On that day, his uncle Antonio arrived, who brought the passport of Jose. The passport was issued in the name Jose Mercado. It has been said that the name was the name of his cousin in Binyan, but in coincidental manner, the name Jose Mercado is also his name if he did not drop the surname Mercado. On the second day of May, he woke up early. At 7 in the morning, his compadre, which is Mateo Evangelista, arrived, and together they went to see the Salvadora, which was anchored at the Pasig. In the afternoon, he attended to his obligations. He went to say goodbye to Pedro A. Paterno, who gave him a letter for Mr. Esquivel, an important Filipino resident in Spain. After this, he went to take leave from the Ateneo Jesuits. He carried with him good recommendations from the Ateneo authorities to Jesuits fathers in Barcelona. On the third day of May, he woke up at 5 in the morning. He heard Mass. Later, he had breakfast but could not eat well owing to his emotional state. Accompanied by Don Vicente Gelia, Jose Rizal's friend and antique governor, and Uncle Antonio, he went to the Paseo de Magallanes and then to the wharf him to the faith. Our hero was deeply touched by these acts of his friends, who had been like a second family to him.
May 3, 1882, the departure date. Rizal departed on board the Spanish steamer Salvadora bound for Singapore. With tears in his eyes and gloom, a feeling of sadness in his heart, he gazed along a steady look at the receding, diminishing skyline of Manila. He took paper and pencil and made some sketches. Note, according to Dr. Francisco Zoleta in his book Rizal's Life, Works and Ideals, Jose Rizal was almost 21 years old on the day he left Philippines. Note, according to Dr. Zaid before Rizal, secret departure, he wrote a farewell letter for his beloved parents and another one for his sweetheart, Leonor Rivera, both delivered shortly after he sailed away. Accordingly, his departure bound for Europe was full of secrecy because it was a secret to his parents as well as to his sweetheart, Leonor Rivera. His parents would not probably allow him to go abroad, whereas Leonor Rivera possibly could not keep it secret. In addition, the motive of the journey was also a secret. It is called secret mission. This Rizal's secret mission was likewise disclosed by Pasiano in his letter to his younger brother. It has been said that his mission, with the approval of his brother Pasiano, was to observe keenly the life and culture, language and customs, industries and commerce, and government and laws of the European nations in order to prepare himself in his task of liberating his oppressed people from Spanish tyranny. This was delivered to his parents shortly after his departure from Spain. And I thank you.
Hello everyone, I'm Eva Miti Galula, and my topic is all about the historical evidence, diamond ring from Saturnina. So, Rizal's darkest winter. Rizal spent winters in the temperature countries. The winter of 1886 in Berlin was his darkest winter. So during this bleak or cold or the winter, he lived in poverty because no money arrived from Calamba. He was totally experiencing during that time a financial difficulty. So the diamond ring which his sister Saturnina gave him was in the pawn shop. He could not pay his landlord. He only ate 1 meal a day, and that daily meal consisted of bread and water. His clothes were old and threadbare. So then Rizal thought, if I am going to die, I prefer to die for freedom. He welfare and happiness of my country and my people. So, si Rizal lived almost 6 months, November 1, 1886 to May 11, 1887. So, they were months of intense study, of rich experiencing and frugal ways, of idealistic dreams, and actual encounters with people of diverse culture. So in Berlin, Rizal devoted his time to his medical studies as well as his literary writings, despite undergoing privations. So that's all. That's the end of my topic. Thank you and God bless.